Oh, what's up you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about the stock that I can pretty confidently say is my new favorite trade for the holiday season. And that is, as you already know because it's in the title of this video, Redwire Corporation, or ticker symbol RDW. So we have a decent amount to cover today. I hope that by the end of this video, you guys are as excited about this stock as I currently am. We'll quickly go over each subject we'll be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. You know the drill. So in front of us is the newsletter analysis that I actually sent out to Waves Capital just yesterday. We'll read over this piece by piece. It's not too long, but there's a lot of meat in here. So I want to read over this bit by bit. And as we read over the newsletter, I want to expand by going over their website, by taking a look at the full article that I featured in this newsletter, and by taking a look at some of their financials over the past year to really reiterate why a double-digit price target may not be out of the realm of possibility, maybe even reasonable. Okay, after we do that, at the end of the video, we got to talk price targets. Right now, as I'm recording this, we have reached a new, not 2023 high, but I mean one of the highest levels that we've seen in months. This is exciting. It's going to be exciting to watch, and it's going to be cool to see where we are at the end of this recording. There's about half an hour until market close. It is September 14th at the time of recording. So wave 2 hopefully is here. I'm excited to talk to you guys about where I see this thing potentially going over the coming months. Okay, so as always, we got to save that for the end. But let's get to reading, you guys. Redwire Corporation. Please let me know in the comments down below before this video, were you aware of Redwire Corp? And hey, were you invested? Because if so, congrats. I know over at Waves Capital, it's a sick day. We're having a great day over at Waves Cap because we're very heavily positioned coming into this pop. Okay, so Redwire. I'd like to formally introduce all of you to the newest and now one of the largest. This was yesterday, so now it's significantly larger. Members of the portfolio, Redwire. Let you guys check out the website for yourself, but which we will do right after I read over these two sentences. I would personally describe Redwire as a biotech space play. This is a very unique combination. You guys know we've talked a decent amount about both biotechs and space here on the channel in the past. Two realms that I'm very, very interested in, not only from an investment perspective, but from a genuine curiosity perspective as well. So this is an amazing play in my book. Very unique combination, and many times fringe plays like this are the ones that really have the potential to blow up. Especially considering this stock has a $220 million market cap. You know I love me a good small cap stock with a revolutionary business model. Okay, so I want to talk about the market cap a little later when we talk about the financials and whatnot. But you guys, this is an amazing story, and you'll find out why as we read over this. So, Redwire, as with every stock we ever do an analysis on, you guys, I highly recommend that you go excuse me, to their website for yourself and take a look at their investors page, take a look at what they do, and again, do further DD. The purpose of this video is just to get you guys a general idea, to give you guys a general idea of what the company does, and I'll do my best to do so. So, Redwire is accelerating humanity's expansion into space by delivering reliable, economical, and sustainable infrastructure for future generations. Redwire is a key mission enabler with products relevant to almost every space mission, including power generation, antennas, deployable solutions, star trackers, and camera systems. Redwire is developing capabilities that are critical for people to live and work in space, which includes microgravity payloads, platforms, and in-space manufacturing and biotech facilities. And Redwire is supporting ambitious multinational space exploration through products that are critical to international mission operations. I want to make it very clear right now that this is by no means a sponsored video. As I just implied, I do have a pretty substantial, relatively speaking, substantial position, call options position on RDW. So, I want this company to do well. And in some sense, I am incentivized for it to go up because I'm invested, okay? So, just want to be transparent there. This is an amazing story, though, you guys. Let's quickly go over I want to go over their recent press releases because I like to see this. Recent news and events. Again, go check this out for yourself, but I like to see the consistency here. September 7th, September 12th, September 12th. All in the past week, they have three fairly meaningful, to my knowledge at least, fairly meaningful pieces of news that they've shared. That's good. They're active. They're consistent. And this is a very cool, I did read through this. I recommend you guys go read through this one, the biofabrication facility. This is sick. And this is really one of the articles that I read that sold me on the stock and just the story here. And that's what I want to make very clear, you guys. This stock, one of the primary reasons it's very appealing to me on top of their incredibly, bullish financials, like really promising financials, which once again, we will cover. One of the primary reasons I was sold on this stock is the story that the stock carries. Okay. The financials are impressive. Again, that'll make sense as we go over them. Very impressive financials, very solid company, very solid mission that I do see a genuine future in. And again, with those financials, the company is proving that they're capable of scaling revenue and profitability. But this stock has the X factor, and that X factor is the story. Okay, this stock has a great story. Again, fundamentals come first. But when you're talking about that two-wave potential, when you're talking about the potential to go parabolic, you need the story. I'm not saying that's right, but if you've been around in the markets for a meaningful amount of time, if you've been a member of Waves Capital or following this channel for a meaningful amount of time, you would know that the reality of trading, of investing, is that the story matters very, very much, okay? A stock needs a good story in order to experience that classic two-wave pattern, that classic parabolic rally, kind of similar to what we're seeing now. This is looking a lot like a classic two-wave in my book. And again, Waves Capital, we coined that term, okay? So very excited about the potential here. I do want to read over the article that turned me onto this stock initially and really got me excited about this. And I'll do that here because I included the excerpt in this newsletter once again. Okay, so Redwire shares are set for takeoff, according to Roth MKM. And again, we'll continue reading this, the rest of this article after we read it here. So, Managing Director Suji De Silva initiated research coverage of the space stock with a buy rating. His $10 price target implies the stock can surge 222% over the next year. Quote, "We believe RDW's program contract-based revenue model provides strong visibility and predictability for investors," De Silva said. "We estimate that RDW today has hundreds of millions of dollars in contracted backlog and several billions worth of pipeline revenue opportunity. Redwire, which went public via SPAC," little PTSD from that one, "briefly rose as much as 2.3% early Wednesday, bringing the year-to-date advance to 59%. So, again, the PTSD thing was just a little bit of a joke. I'm sure you guys all remember all the SPACs that just got absolutely obliterated following the rallies they saw in 2021. But again, when you look at the financials of this company, it's really not that worrisome. Okay, so this sounds like an extremely optimistic take from Mr. Silva. Read over this quickly, and then we'll go back to the remainder of this article. But looking at their past year of earnings reports and financials, it actually seems somewhat reasonable to justify a double-digit share price. They're seeing $60 million and more in revenue per quarter, and they're edging meaningfully closer to profitability with every report. With a market cap of only $220 million, this is especially impressive stuff. Okay, so on that note, let's just quickly reference their last year of financials. I keep saying we'll go back here, which we will, but let's quickly talk about the financials while we're on that subject. Okay, so Redwire, again, at the time of recording, up 21%. So sick. But Redwire, taking a look at their financials, this is Google Finance. It's just an easy place to look at previous financials over the past year. Quarterly financials over the past 5 quarters. You can see here, June 2022, revenue 37 mil, net income minus 77 mil. So they're burning cash. Revenue 37 mil, little better, way better as far as the income goes, minus 10 mil. They only lost 10 mil in that quarter while making more money. And then this is where things get exciting. Revenue jumped to $53 million. They lost a little more, but they made significantly more as well. And then this is where we start getting really promising. And I do think that the stock is kind of reaching a point of escape velocity, to stick with the space trend. Revenue, $57 million. They only lost $7 million. That's a step in the right direction. And then this recent quarter revenue of $60 million, significantly more, definitely than where they were at a year ago, almost 2x that. And they only managed to lose $5 million. So the key trend here is that they're becoming significantly, they're bringing in significantly more revenue while taking meaningfully closer steps to achieving profitability. And again, as this scales and as this trend continues, it's clear that they will make more and more revenue while becoming profitable and scaling those profits as well. Okay, so that's the profitability, you guys. This stock, once again, has the financial backbone that it needs, has a fundamental backbone or bones that really get me exceptionally excited about an investment. But it has the story, which gets me significantly more excited about that investment. Okay, so it has a story. This is a sick stock. This is a story stock. But the story stock, push comes to shove, it can back itself, okay? So let's continue reading here. There aren't many analysts covering the stock yet, but as you can see below, the two who are extremely bullish. And that's where we can jump here as well. Okay, so you can see here 2 strong buy ratings with the highest price target of the two being $9, the lowest being $5, which is still meaningfully above where we're at now at $4.14. Just a hint, calls are now in the money over a Waves cap. And just before we finish reading here, you guys, and move into price targets, if you guys want to trade with me on a daily basis, if you want to know how I'm trading the portfolio at Waves Capital, that's the first link in the description down below. It's my complete portfolio and daily newsletter. With this, you receive every newsletter I write every day. Yesterday, I actually wrote 3. This is one of them. Okay, this is the one. This is a solo analysis. If you want to hear about Redwire, I send out a flash trade alert to let everyone know exactly which call options I bought that are on fire today. I actually took some profits that I explained in this newsletter that I sent out. This newsletter that I sent out right before I sat down to record this. We did a little bit of profit taking, a little bit of celebrating as well, because this is just already so far so good. If you guys want my daily newsletters, if you guys want to know how I'm trading on a day-to-day basis, if you want to know when I'm taking profits, once again, that's the first link down below. You get everything this little box entails, and I'll let you choose your pricing plan. But as always, try free for 7 days. If you're questionable, if you don't like it, you can always bail out. But the reason I do a free trial is because I'm so confident in the product I put out. And again, days like this will, regardless of how much you're trading, can probably pay off a year, multiple years, maybe a lifetime, depending on how much you're trading again, of this newsletter. Okay, so first link in the description. As always, you guys, if you are a part of Waves Capital, if you've been riding the waves with us, please drop a comment below, share your experience. If you got in on RDW in time, congrats, there's still time, as we'll cover here, at least in my opinion. And I'm really excited to just continue riding the wave with you guys. Okay, so appreciate it if you guys sign up. If not, no worries at all. Let's finish this one off. Okay, so after multiple quarters of organic growth and EBITDA profitability, De Silva said Redwire should now see steady growth. Short-term working capital needs can be met with cash on hand and additional available capital, he added. Roth MKM's $10 share price targets reflects an enterprise value to sales multiple of 2.5 times, lower than peers 3 times owing to Redwire's early stage status. Okay, so a whole lot of green flags here. And again, as far as fundamentals are concerned, I hope that got you excited. Again, I read over this. I did a deep dive for probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours straight on this stock after reading this article. And, immediately afterwards, I loaded up. So let's talk about those price targets. Let's talk about exciting stuff. Redwire, as far as the short term is concerned, let's zoom in a little bit and then we'll zoom out, okay? So short term, this is looking like a classic 2-wave. And the fact that we just broke into a new local high following that initial parabolic high that we saw on July 19th is a very, very good sign. On top of a break of short-term resistance, this red line right here, and the parabolic rally. We're seeing this parabolic rally on the back of very, very strong volume. So right now, as of today's trading day, 850,000 shares traded on an average of 200,000. So easy math right there. That's over a 4x multiple on average volume. That's what you love to see. That's what really, in my mind, solidifies that second wave, is the volume, is the eyeballs, is the excitement that comes with the stock. Okay, so exciting stuff here, you guys. We right now are in somewhat blue sky territory as far as the short term is concerned. We do have this high right here, this technical high, but I mean, we weren't able to close the day above, pretty much above where we are now. If we close the day here, that will be the highest daily closure of 2023, which is really exciting too. So, right now, I would say we're pretty much in blue sky territory. This is very, very exciting stuff. And really, from here, we have a pretty clear path, at least in my eyes, to this prior low from back in April of 2022 that has not yet been retested. So, just to play it safe, we'll bring it down here to about $5.60. That will be my first target. That is from exactly right now, the time of recording, and this will always be different, of course, depending on when you're watching this in the price, but it's about 33% up from current levels. Okay, so regardless, my price target is going to be $5.50. That's probably where I'll take my first batch of meaningful profits. Again, I skimmed some profits today. I will likely skim if we see one more consecutive day of upside, just because options trade on volatility, not necessarily price. It's important to remember. Again, join Waves Cap if you want to trade with me on a daily basis. But ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest over the holiday season if this second wave really turns into a tsunami. And if that happens, we could climb much higher than this. Keep that in mind. A $270 million market cap is still a very, very small, I mean, relatively speaking, is still very small. Anything under $1 billion is a small cap stock. So this is a small cap. Again, it takes less capital inflow to appreciate the individual share price, which is why we're seeing moves like we're seeing right now. 24%. Let's go. This is so sick. Given this momentum, given the volume, given the excitement, given the story, once again, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest to see a $7 plus RDW stock by Christmas in order to close this gap from April of 2022. Again, if this becomes a tsunami, we could climb much higher. But regardless, I'm pumped to ride the waves with you guys. And, let me know if you're excited. We'll call the video there, you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys on Waves Capital. I'm going to sit down and write my final newsletter of the day right now. And, cheers to any of you who have gotten in with us. I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you in the comments downstairs. Until then, always remember, take action. Make waves. Peace.